A Burnsville family is still trying to process a traumatic situation. Somebody driving off in their truck while all 4 young children were inside.
And the dad there taking drastic measures to stop the thief and get his children back. Fox 9's Rose Schmidt spoke to the father who stopped at nothing.
And you see a lot about it in the news, but you never expect it to happen to you.
It was at this Minneapolis intersection where a Burnsville father's truck was stolen, and he had mere seconds to make a choice.
You don't know what you're going to do until you're in that position. You don't know how you would react.
On Wednesday evening, Derek Gochi backed into a friend's driveway at Russell and 8th to drop something off and stepped out to close the trunk.
Being out of my vehicle for 5 seconds, I walked to the back, shut the door, and some guys jumping in our truck.
With his 4 boys inside, all under the age of 6, Derek says the suspect locked the doors and drove off.
And I look over, and the van that he jumped out of is still running, door wide open, and I'm just like, I'm taking this van, I'm going after my kids.
And that he did, chasing his own truck to Plymouth and Penn Avenues North. As they drove the wrong way down a one-way, this stay-at-home dad had an even tougher decision to make, ultimately rear-ending his own vehicle, knowing his children were inside.
I run up, I peek at the kids, and I look at him, he's running away, he turns around, and he's just yelling, "I'm sorry."
Minneapolis police also thought Derek's tale was unbelievable as they processed DNA evidence in his truck and the suspect's van, which turned out to also be stolen.
When my wife showed up to the scene, she asked the cops, "Did you find my kids?" The first thing they said was, "No, your husband did."
Though it's been difficult for the Gochis to think about what could have happened and having to explain the situation to their oldest.
The whole night, he just kept asking where the bad guy went and what does the bad guy want.
They know that ultimately this Burnsville father's choices brought his family back home.
I'd do anything to get my kids back, to make sure they're not hurt and make sure they're home with me every night.
In Minneapolis, Rose Schmidt, Fox 9.